Rescue T3. Okay. I don't know where the fuck I need to find it or something. Need to mess with it.
Everybody here? What's up, Kurta? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with him on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5? So he's one of the survivors. Or worse, a man...
Not a
Yeah, thanks, Gramps. Had to pull me out of that. Emergency. This will take us to where we need to go.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
Yeah, it's part. Yeah, that's HK. HK-47, am I not mistaken? Have you seen a T3 unit?
Hesitant answer. A T3 utility droid would be a common sight in this facility. It is indeed curious that I have not seen many since my arrival. However, I feel I must inform you that, droid prejudice aside, T3 models exhibit excessive individualism when not routinely memory wiped. This individualism can become such a nuisance that even a droid such as myself is tempted to reduce them to their base components, if not crush them into slag. But enough of my seemingly irrelevant tangent. Where did you leave the droid, Master? That would logically be the best place to look.
The unit was last seen near the hangar.
Answer. Then that would explain why such a T3 unit isn't here, Master. I believe my photoreceptors are functioning adequately enough to verify that.
My memory says yeah, that's some more questions for you, bud.
Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
I am looking for a way to the Paragus hangar bay.
Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it.
Real? The codes?
Answer. Only the Paragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives.
Yeah, is it possible to reach him using a comm link?
Apology. Unfortunately, communication with the dormitory section is severed, Master. It is perhaps for the best, especially if any other accidents have occurred in that section. If that were the case, the severed comm link would have spared us the satisfaction of hearing the miners' screams as they lived out their last moments in fear and terror.
Jeez. Sounds like they went through some shit. You mean satisfaction?
Rapid retraction. Why, yes, satisfaction in knowing their fate, Master. It would be unfortunate if they had been slaughtered, but there would be a calm, comforting certainty that there is nothing we can do to escape until a ship arrives.
Gee, you're pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, there must be a way to reach him.
Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
Well, thanks for your concern, folks. I got a job to do, huh? Yeah, those miners could be hurt or in danger. We need to make sure they're alright.
Warning, Master. Continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
Yeah, pointless my ass. I don't agree with you on that. Yeah, I'm your master, and I'm giving you an order to assist me.
Weary resignation. Very well, Master, but there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
Alright, so how do I get the code to the airlock?
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good.
Probably since it expires some shit. Yeah, what do you mean?
Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice printed musing. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
Yeah, voice printed?
Explanation. Yes, Master. Many consoles have voice recognition sensors built into their systems so that only selected individuals can unlock them.
Said you already have the code.
Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
Leave condescending out of your speech conditionals for now.
Placating answer. Oh, of course, Master. I shall endeavor not to forget such descriptors in the future. If I do, I assure you, it is merely a result of memory damage I have suffered since our arrival.
Well, that's the same here. I also have memory damage. I don't know what the hell any of this shit is. Alright, then, yeah, just tell me how the hell to get off this rock.
Answer. Master, you cannot. You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do, except patiently wait for whatever the future has in store for
In the
us.
future, I see myself dead, so why don't we just do some fucking action around here, I'll do this myself, alright? This HQ match not reset. Oh yes, the workbench. Make some stuff. Certain items on the workbench using components, which can be then purchased or obtained by breaking down other items. All skills except Persuade will roll an item creation. The item creation screen looks similar to the inventory screen. On the left are the items of the selected category that can be created. To the right, character skill level with the relevant skill is shown, along with the description of the item. Also, on this screen are the number of components you possess on, and how many components the selected upgrade requires to create. Name components by breaking down those items in your inventory. Let's see what I can do. Then Vibroblade. Do something about it. Upgrade item. Does it tell you what materials you can use it for? Standard uniform made by miners of the Paragus facility. It provides minimal protection but can be upgraded with some underlays. I mean, the heat sink. Oh yeah, the heat shielding and stuff. This wasn't the first game I remember. Just wait. How do I do that? The bio-restorative underlay can have a variety of effects on armor which is applied. Doesn't tell me specifically about the heat shielding. I don't think I can equip that. Let's see what I can do with the Vibroblade and stuff. Oh yeah, these, that's what the ionate edges are for. That's cool. That is really, really cool. Now why am I using this useless? That's fucking... It doesn't do anything. I'm gonna make sure that droids help. I finished work on the sonic input sensors. I've installed them in the mining droids, but I'm locking up the original here to prevent the other miners from using its ability to record playback voices to override the droid's voice protocols. Voice protocols? Oh yeah, the same shit that the HQ droid does. Sonic input sensors are able to record pieces of the maintenance officer's voice from holologs and use them to open the airlock door.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master. How may I be of assistance? Proud answer. I am an HK Series Protocol Droid Master, skilled in transorganic relations and communications. This mod has been responsible for the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities across the galaxy. I am fluent in over 6,000 forms of communication, and am also capable of nuances of expression ranging from irony to veiled threats. Clarification. Oh, yes, Master. Sometimes the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities requires the use of every weapon in one's verbal arsenal. The unspoken threat of violence to a listener's loved ones, or if possible, their entire planet, can effectively break the deadlock in the most stubborn of negotiations. Irritated explanation. That question has been looping through my query module with alarming frequency, Master, and no satisfactory answer has been forthcoming. As a result, I have chosen instead to turn my efforts to answering the question as to how I may depart this drifting disaster area as quickly as possible.
Didn't you say we were stuck here?
Answer. It is only a matter of time before a ship or freighter docks with the Paragus facility. When that occurs, we shall depart this place forever. Condescending retraction. I believe you will do your best, Master. This facility would have to be nailed down with a droid-level precision to prevent your escape.
Sonic input sensor. That's great, man. Yeah, I messed up. Save the game so I don't have to like go back all of this nonsense. Here we go again.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus.
Yeah, just go away. I spoke with you in a previous timeline, so don't know why I can't use the heat shielding. It doesn't make sense to me. Where? The thing is gone, man. I don't know, maybe it's because... I don't know. Hardly makes any sense. I'll keep the cheap as mighty laser because at least it does some sort of range damage. Is a prototype droid component. This small sonic receiver allows sounds and voices to be recorded, spliced, and then played back. To record a voice, you must have the sensor in your possession, then speak to the subject you wish to record. I'll talk to you.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you intact, Master. How may I be of assistance? Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it. Clarifying query. Did the T3 unit go through the door? I regret ignorance of that fact, Master. Although the door could have been opened from the opposite side without much difficulty, a flaw in the emergency lockdown procedure, which the automated systems have most likely corrected. Answer. Only the Paragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives. Apology. Unfortunately, communication with the dormitory section is severed, Master. It is perhaps for the best, especially if any other accidents have occurred in that section. If that were the case, the severed comlink would have spared us the satisfaction of hearing the miners' screams as they lived out their last moments in fear and terror. Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged. Warning, Master. Continued exploration of this facility. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation. Weary resignation. Very well, Master. But there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code. Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good. Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice-printed, musing. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics. Explanation. Yes, Master. Many consoles have voice recognition sensors built into their systems so that only selected individuals can unlock them. Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless. Answer. Master, you cannot. You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do, except patiently wait for whatever the future has in store for us.
Journal entry. Let's see. Paragraph 2. The only exit from this level is through an airlock sealed with a voice print protocol. The HK unit knows the code, but the owner of the voice, the maintenance officer, is dead. In some way, overcoding his voice and plug it back to unlock the voice print of the airlock terminal. Maybe Atten knows of a way. Alright. How do I speak to him? They're just slightly more powerful than your standard androids. Well, hello, bud. You're safe for sore eyes.
Finished the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands.
What else you got, bud?
Finished my examination of the droids from the Ebonhawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the personnel, and so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior cores, so there's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off. Been speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi and med bay. I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy, and that the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time. Maybe the Jedi knows what happened to Revan after the end of the Jedi Civil War.
That's up on my plan.
Been too busy to enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Corda. Corda said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shut down that idea pretty quick, but I don't think Corda and his men are going to give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Corda wouldn't. When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I installed a voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter. and I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I get the code. The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
Looks like it's the damaged T3 unit from earlier. We're gonna have to do something about it. What's that noise? Yeah, the fucking It's where, is Atlas there? Yep, he should be.
Found anything?
Found a targeted protocol droid in the field depot.
Yeah? Did you blow it up?
I need to open an airlock, but it's sealed with the voice print protocol by the maintenance officer.
Voice print? Great. That means he'd have to speak the code. And he's dead, right? There's ways to beat voice prints, though. If you can get samples of his voice and the right words, you should be able to fake the voice print code, if you know what it is. You know, I overheard the maintenance officer getting chewed out by the security officer. You might want to check the security office on this level and see if there's any voice samples stored in the logs. And maybe there's samples of the code in the maintenance officer's holologs, if you can find a way to record them.
I have a sonic sensor in the code. I just need to find the right words to code.
That's a start. See if you can find any recordings where the maintenance officer is speaking, and try to piece together the words to unlock the voice print.
Alright. Yeah, the security.
So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
That should be about it. That's what the journal entry is telling me. That's what I found. He told me I could find like the security office, but where else?
Found anything? So they are still alive. But the dormitory comm isn't picking up anything. Is there any way to get to them? Voice print? Great.
That was just a second part. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Just to see where. This is just nothing to do with registration.
When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I'd saw the voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter, but I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code.
Greeting. It is a
Anyway, can I ask him about... Yeah, I don't think I can tell him about where I can find possible locations. This is better than my mind. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I seriously thought I could do that. Yeah. Alright. You gotta know, that was the first. There's the second. You have to explore elsewhere to find the final. Unless, yeah, fine. I really don't think there's I really want to fight these guys or something. Wait, have you already been? Yeah, like circles.
tractored the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger, and it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with him. Corda's mining crew wanted us to collect the creds for the bounty the Exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a Broadcom transmission for records on this Ebonhawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
Yes? What have you found?
Checking in the same places. I don't think you're gonna find anything up here. Keep it real. I think Chief, there's probably nothing up here. Field Depot's probably pretty. Just check the right areas and stuff. It's just
The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it, though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it.
Did that do anything?
Greeting. It is a pleasure to...
Make sure.
Answer. That is all that remains of the maintenance officer, Master. At the end, he was quite incoherent from the pain, and attempts to facilitate communications with him proved useless. I heard his dying screams as the droids he tended turned on him, mining him like a piece of asteroid rock. Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, someone that... Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life. Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, someone that... Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life.
Found anything? Voice print? Great. That means he'd have to speak the code. And he's dead, right? There's ways to beat voice prints, though. If you can get samples of his voice and the right words, you should be able to fake the voice print code, if you know what it is. You know, I overheard the maintenance officer getting chewed out by the security officer. You might want to check the security office on this level and see if there's any voice samples stored in the logs. And maybe there's samples of the code in the maintenance officer's holologs, if you can find a way to record them. That's a start. See if you can find any recordings where the maintenance officer is speaking, and try to piece together the words to unlock the voice print.
Okay, let me see. You can know a complete set of maintenance officers voice recordings. Press the code. Maintenance officer terminals operated. Did I seriously think I had to talk to Adam with my dumb ass? Yeah, I really did. Yeah, what do you expect? I'm a blonde and white guy. Of course I know. Officer terminal. officer terminal again? Some shit. Wait, I did come across it that one time.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage. If any more droids start I'd rather...
Found anything?
Interesting. I mean, it's maintenance. Oh, what am I doing? Answer voice print code. You dumbass. It was motherfucking.
Maintenance control, voice print ID, R1B5.
Oh, alright. Open door to airlocked with maintenance officer override. Let's see what's in there. Alright, let's just go. Just again. Spacesuit stored in the locker. Yeah, thanks a lot. Did say I had to go out into space for some stuff. Alright, how do I get the spacesuit or something? Maybe I have just automatic. Oh, right, I put it on. I hope I don't have to worry about some oxygen stuff. This isn't Dead Space, alright. Yeah, I actually remember the underwater part in Virtual 1. He didn't look really silly walking around in a big ass spacesuit. Underwater suit. But then again, I like it. It's silly.
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility. On the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Right here, dude. I'm right outside the observation window.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I need to reach the miners in the dormitory section. And this is the only way to get there.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy. What do you mean?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Yeah, I can see that. Looks like I have to hurry then.
The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior. And only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now, what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey, that looks friendly. Looks like a reporting ship. Some Sith killed the whole crew, of course. Typical assholes. Yeah, he's controlling the goddamn ship using the Force. Who would have guessed? That's some exotic planet, if I've ever seen one. Well, that's not good. Recover Ibn. Although the HK proto droid told you to see if you can find the administration officer in the dormitory to see if he has the access codes, a Republic ship has docked with the mining facility. It is possible that you could use the fuel connection line to bypass the force field in the fuel depot and enter the hangar from another direction, bypassing the force field entirely. Back to our similar walk cycle, I guess. dormitory. Well, hello friends. It's nice to know you were to say hi again. Goodbye. Let's do things the right way. Yeah. Sometimes the accuracy of these things systems have gone active, and I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the turrets turn their carbonite freeze rays on Mamba before he even got halfway across the room. Excuse me. Excuse me. Fortunately, their range doesn't seem to go beyond the room itself, so I was able to remain safe in the corridor, but I didn't have any ranged weapons to take him out from a distance. And I didn't have a stealth field generator to sneak across the room either. Interesting. Luggage lockers. Interesting. That stuff. This upgrade is incompatible with this item. Alright, then why is it here? Yeah, maybe I should... fire extinguisher. It's likely to do something. Suppression droids, yeah, these guys. System by main console function. Check duty shift logs. These appear to be nothing more than long lists of work assignments, with the number of miners available for duty decreasing over the past 3 years, assigning several miners. In dormitory emergency lockdown. Access remote controls. It's the mess hall. Yeah, cafeteria ain't doing so well. This looks like some kind of maintenance hall. It's turbo lift to administration. That's just want to save right here again because officer corpse. Deck officer log. This hollow log looks like it needs to be plugged into a hollow reader in order to play the contents. Hollow reader or something. Wait, swings, skills are low, can actually... Oh, there we go, I opened it. Heavy blasters. That's actually kind of nifty. Check these areas and see what I can. Hey, fucker. You know, make my life any harder than it needs to be. Oh, you fucker. special cargo to sell, but I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking. So I stayed quiet about this station. We got the last time I spoke from the boxes, a few grenades there, just in case things here get rough. Lift door. Let's see, do I have any? Does it tell me how many? Okay, I have a repair part and 3 repair parts. 1 computer spec. Enter code manually. Destroy the console. You know what? Let's see if that does anything. Yeah. Ain't gonna do any of that. The HK Dormitory told you to see if you can find the administration officer in the dormitory to see if it has the access codes of the public ship has docked with the mining facility. It is possible that you could use the fuel connection to bypass the force from the first depot and enter the hangar from another direction. Okay, that's what I said last time, but anyway.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Oh, there you are, Kara. What's your doing?
I have felt a disturbance. Our enemy is here. We must leave at once.
Then let's go.
We need to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the M1 Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that is docked here.
Alright. Party member.
Yes,
She sounds like the type to do a lot with force and stuff. Not really the type of strength, but for wisdom and stuff. Something. The Mandalorian stuff. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian melee shield. I'm going to do that because it's oh boy. So, oh yeah, he's good.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
Atten, there's no time to explain. Grab a weapon and follow me.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time together will be short indeed.
Yeah, and I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty. And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station.
Alright. Welcome aboard.
Good thing we have a clear run to the ship.
Threat. Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I suggested that you should shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
After all the deaths you've caused, rescue is hardly the term I would use.
Correction. I am not here to argue semantics, Master, so I will simply inform you that you are wrong, as were those recently corrected miners.
Corrected, you say? Yeah. Yeah, I had a reason to be suspicious of your ass. You're a protocol droid? Yeah, you were a fucking assassin droid. What? Yeah, I had a reason not to trust you, bitch. I don't need any lectures on right or wrong from an assassin droid.
Clarification. Assassin droid is such a crude term, Master, reserved for Durasteel drones uploaded with only the most archaic kill programs. The function I perform has been referred to as wanton slaughter. I prefer to see it as a means of facilitating communication, resulting in the termination of hostilities.
Let's see. I don't want to fight you, but if you leave me, no other choice. But I will if you will.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If inflicting pain is the only means to resolve this matter, then you leave me no choice.
What is it?
This guy too.
I hear you.
Optimal activity. The ratio achieved.
More where that came from.
Systems failing, Master.
What is it? This is not the time for